Hi guys, you welcome back to T Bell Couture channel. Thank you for liking, for subscribing, for your thoughts, and I see everything you do. God bless you. If you are watching my video for the very first time, or if you are a first timer, please subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. So today's video is going to be a sequel to the last video that I did, the basic bodice blogs. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to draft the basic sleeve pattern using some measurements like the armhole measurements in the basic bodice blog. So it is very important to watch the basic bodice blog, which I'm going to be leaving the link in the comment section. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing we need to know is how to take our sleeve measurements, and I have my own measurements right here on the table, and which I'm going to be showing you how to take your sleeve measurements using an illustrated form for the measurement taking. So you can see where the red lines are. Those are the major places where you need to take your sleeve measurements. And the first measurement you need to take is your top arm measurement. After then you take your elbow measurement. Then you go ahead to take your wrist measurement. Then you take your elbow length, and finally you take your sleeve length measurements. Those are the essential measurements that you need for drafting basic sleeve pattern. I'm going to be needing my basic bodice block to help me draft my basic sleeve pattern. That was why I said you need to watch my basic bodice block video before coming to watch the basic sleeve video. Then I need all these tools: my measurement tape, scissors, markers, rulers, pattern paper, and my measurement itself. That is my basic sleeve measurement. So here on my measurement list, you can see I have my sleeve length, my elbow length, my sleeve circumference, and my wrist. But I don't have my cap's height or my top arm measurement. For the top arm, my natural top arm measurement is 38 centimeters. But what I do is, when you measure around your basic bodice pattern top arm, you will see that it is quite bigger than your body's top arm measurement. So usually I use what my basic bodice blog top arm or armhole measurement gives to me to draft my basic sleeve. So in essence, I'm going to be adding my back top arm measurement, the total measurement I have, which is 21.5 centimeters, and my front top arm measurement together. And this is going to give me the total of 44.5 centimeters. So this is what I'm going to be using for my top arm, instead of adding extra 5 centimeters or 4 centimeters to my natural top arm. I just go ahead to measure my basic bodice armhole for both front and back, then use that to draft my basic sleeve pattern. So here is my pattern paper that I'll be using to draft the basic sleeve. What I'm going to do is to fold the pattern paper into two, or if you like, you can just divide into two, but I prefer folding it into two because it will give me an accurate mid point. So after folding into two, you can see the grease line in between, so it has given me my midline. So what I'm going to do is to go ahead to rule a straight line from one edge to the other edge. Then I'll come down by maybe 2 centimeters or 3 centimeters. It's not a standard, it's just like a form of guideline for me, so that the edge of my top arm won't be sharp. Then the very first thing I'm going to do is to get my cap's height using the total measurement I got from my basic bodice blog armhole, which is 44.5. I'm going to go ahead to divide this by 4, and that gives me 11.125 centimeters. Instead of using 11.12 centimeters, I'll add 1 centimeters for this. Then I'll mark it and rule a line across both sides of the red line. Label it cap's height, then mark my front sleeve pattern and my back sleeve pattern, just to know the difference between the front sleeve pattern and the back sleeve pattern. I'm going to go ahead to label them. Then also go ahead to note down the total measurements I have for both my front armhole and my back armhole. For my front armhole, I have 23 centimeters, while for the back armhole, I have 21.5 centimeters. I'm going to note both down because I'll be using it next to get my sleeve lines. along the cap's height. So I'm going to deduct 1 centimeter from the 23 and 21.5 centimeters that I have for my front and for my back. For my front, it's going to give me 22 centimeters, and for my back, it's going to give me 20.5 centimeters. This is what I'm going to use to rule a slanted line from that edge of that pattern paper where there's T-square like so. I'm going to slant my ruler along the blue line just like the way I'm doing. Make sure it gets to 22 centimeters because it is the front measurement. Rule my straight slanted line like so. And I'm going to do the same thing for the back. Place my ruler along that edge, meeting at that T-square. Slant my ruler till it gets to 20.5 centimeters for the back. Slant it and rule a straight line also. What I have now, I have for the front slanted line, I have 22 centimeters. For the back slanted line, I have 20.5 centimeters, not 21 centimeters, sorry. Then what I'm going to do next is to find the midpoint between the two lines. I'm going to find the midpoint between that line, mark my midpoint, and I'm also going to find the midpoint between my back line, also mark my midpoint. Then I'll go ahead again to find the midpoint of those 4 lines from the edge of the pattern paper to the first midpoint, from the edge of the pattern paper to the last midpoint. Then I'll go up at both angles that I'm pointing to right now by 1.2 centimeters. I'm going to go by 1.2 centimeters. For the back, I'll come in by 1 centimeters. For the back, I'm going to come in by 1 centimeters. For the front, I'm going to come in by 2 centimeters. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to take my curve ruler and place it exactly at my 1.2 centimeter towards the edge of the pattern paper where I ruled my T-square and just connect. I'm going to do the same thing for the back. Connect them like so. Place my curve ruler upside down, then connect the down part of the armhole and also do the same for the front. So in essence, I have my cap's sleeve, that is my upper sleeve. The remaining thing for me to do is to draft the lower pattern of my sleeve. But before drafting the lower pattern of my sleeve, I love measuring what I have at my round sleeve edge, the one that is going to connect to my shoulder. I love to measure what I have at that place. So I have a total of 22 centimeters, exactly what I have for my front body. I will go ahead to measure what I have for the back also. So for the back, I'm short of just 0.5 centimeters, which is good. It's not much. And the next thing I'm going to do is to impute my sleeve length measurement. The first one I'm going to be imputing is my elbow length, which is 31 centimeters. My total sleeve length is the exact measurement I have on the pattern paper presently. So since I have my sleeve length, the next thing I'm going to be showing us how to do is to mark my elbow circumference or elbow width. I have 27 centimeters. 27 centimeters divided by 2 is going to give me 13.5 centimeters, and I'll go ahead to mark my 13.5 centimeters at both front and back side, making 27 centimeters. I'm going to do the same for my wrist, which is 23 centimeters. I'll be marking 11.5 centimeters at the back and 11.5 centimeters at the front, just like the way I did for the elbow. Then I'll go ahead to connect cap's height to my wrist at both front and back side, and here we have our basic sleeve pattern. So I'll go ahead to just label that side elbow. But what if you want a short sleeve, you don't want it to get to your elbow? What you just do is to go up from your elbow by 7 centimeters and connect it. That is going to give you your short sleeve. So we have our cap sleeve, your short sleeve, and your elbow length. If you also want a 3/4 sleeve, what will you do? From your elbow length, you just come down by 5 centimeters and you have your 3/4 sleeve. So I'm just going to be imputing my front and back label within the sleeve pattern so that I will know the difference between my front and back sleeve. So what I'm going to do next is to match up my sleeve with my basic body's armhole if it matches together. I'm going to be doing it with the front first, then I'll go ahead to do it with the second one. For the front, it matches perfectly. And for the back, I'll be going ahead to do the back. For the back, I'm just missing 0.5 centimeters, which is all well and good. So finally, I have my basic bodice block and basic sleeve pattern. This is what I'm going to be using in my subsequent videos to develop different types of garments, different type of sleeve and dresses. This is what I'm going to be using, and you should watch out for my basic trouser pattern. That is my trouser block, which I'll be dropping very soon, but not immediately after this video. I'll be dropping it very soon. I just want to encourage us that we should try and watch my basic bodice blog video, because it will help you to understand more on how to draft the basic sleeve pattern. Thank you so much for watching. We've come to the end of the video. Thank you. God bless you. Please like, subscribe, hit on the notification bell, and I want to read from you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Till next time, I still remain your girl, T Bell Couture. Bye bye.